All right, we are digging in on lesson number 4, which is the like list, how to sell big without selling a set. Now, why this matters. You've been dropping down, showing sets, and someone says, hey, I like these pieces, but I don't want a whole set. Now what? Well, this is where the like list comes in. It's your key to building a $500, $800, $1,000 plus average order without needing a customer to say yes to a set. You want to keep the demo fun and pressure free, so it's a lot of like, all right, cool, hey, no big deal. All right, cool, hey, no big deal. And then you go ahead and customize a set for them. So, as far as our top reps go, this is where I would say this is what separates our top reps from our average reps. They're really good at customizing like lists. And this is something that I did when I was brand new that really helped me get some big sales and turn some small sales into bigger sales. I remember I had a client that my mom introduced me to that she ended up, hey, I need to get a slicer. Can I just buy it from you? And I said, hey, let me come over to your house. Let me show you some of the knives. I get paid just to show it. And everything I pulled out of the bag, she's like, ooh, I need that too. I need that too. I need that too. And so being able to customize is big. So there's 4 steps to the like list. You want to build a list. That's step number 1. You want to recommend your favorites. That's number 2. You want to click through gifts and accessories. That's number 3. And you want to close the order and drop down if needed. That's number 4. So we're going to walk through all 4 steps in depth with like the exact phrases, psychology, and screenshots from the manual, so you can see what I'm doing and what a like list would look like. So step number 1: when do you use the like list? You use it when someone buys a set, and after they buy the set, you say, hey, Ms. Smith, I want to go ahead and build what I like to call the like list. Or you use it after you drop down through all the sets and they're still unsure, and this replaces kind of the customizing options in your training manual. So the number 1 rule for the like list is they must believe that they're building a like list, not a buy list. I would jot that down. This takes down the pressure and it opens the door for more fun, bigger lists, bigger orders. This also teaches you how to get really good at service calls with your clients. So when you're servicing a client and they already own Cutco, hey, Miss Smith, I always like to go through with my clients and build what I like to call a like list. So you're their personal shopper, not a salesperson. How to start it. Your go-to line. So Miss Smith, what I like to do is build what I call a like list. This isn't stuff that you're necessarily going to buy, just stuff you like. Let's say Cutco's falling from the sky, handles first, of course. What pieces would you grab before your neighbors get to them? That line is light, it's fun, it drops their guard. And then you start showing them all the pieces in the book, the training manual, the blue book, or in the virtual demo. So you've got, after the starter sets, you've got the individual knives, this page, okay? You want to help your client understand that Cutco's like Costco. The more they buy, the more they save. The bigger the list, the bigger the discount. The more they feel like they're winning. Step number 2 is recommending your favorites. Once they pick a few items, you want to make some soft suggestions, asking permission. You want to be like, hey, Miss Smith, would you mind if I recommend a few that are our customers' favorite knives? All right, great. Now you're the expert. You went through 3 days of knife school, 2 days of training and advanced training after all. So you're the knife expert. So you're recommending ones that other people like, or that you personally like, or that your grandma likes. Remember, facts tell, stories sell. So when you give them some suggestions, you want to reaffirm some of their choices and some of your choices. When they pick something, say like, hey, great choice. That's one of our top customer favorites. Or, hey, Miss Smith, that's my personal favorite. I use it for bagels every morning. Or, hey, Miss Smith, that's the Aladdin knife. It'll take your kitchen to a whole new world. Something cheesy, something to build hype for what they already like. So you want to use 2 magic questions. These 2 questions will boost your CPO more than everything. So they say something like, oh, I like the cleaver. Cool, how many? And the second question is, cool, what else? Okay, some examples of that would be, you can phrase it differently. You can say, all right, cool, so how many of those would you want? All right, what else would you grab before your neighbor gets to it? All right, cool, what else would you like for kitchen or for gifts? And these questions just keep your list growing. So some pieces I used to recommend Table knives. Hey, Miss Smith, most people get two per family. Sorry, two per person in the family. So if you have a family of 4, you get 8. So Miss Smith, do you want a set of 8, 10, 12, or 24? We have a lot of table knives in my house. I sell Cutco, but we've got them in the drawer, we've got them in the block, and we've got them in storage. The second one that I always recommend is the super shears. These are incredible. Everyone needs a pair of scissors in the kitchen and the shed and the tackle box. The Hardy Slicer, right? This is your barbecue grilling bad boy. The Petite Santoku is your Rachel Ray knife, the 3-in-1 chopper like I taught you yesterday. The cheese knife, this is the Holy knife. Apples, potatoes, sticky stuff, starchy stuff. It's the sharpest Cutco knife that we make. The boning knife, this is for trimming fat, slicing chicken, raw meat prep. And you want to recommend at least 4, and then ask, would you like to go ahead and toss those onto your list? It's low pressure. If they say yes, add it to the cart. Step 3 is showing gifts and accessories. After you build the like list with pieces, you want to say, hey, that's an awesome list, Miss Jones. Let me show you a few more things people love to get for like gifts and accessories. You want to keep it fun, keep it casual. And you're just giving options. You know, some things to show is cookware. We're not just a knife company, we're a whole kitchen company. Show full, medium, and starter set cookware sets. The flatware, the Forever Shine, the dishwasher safe, doesn't rust. Huge built-in discount. The flatware chest is the biggest Cutco discount that we offer. Kitchen gadgets, ice cream scoop, wine bottle opener, can opener. Which one would you use the most? You know, I used to sell in packages. So I would say, hey, the kitchen gadgets come in our kitchen gadget package. And so in your blue book, you're showing off the kitchen gadgets. They would get those, this, and the wine bottle opener. They're getting all of those pieces. You throw in some cheese knives, boom, you've got a $1,000 order already. If they say sporting knives, well, you know, we've got a sporting knife package. If you add up all of the sporting knives, that's $1,000. So you've got a $1,000 order, boom, just off of sporting knives. You've got gardening tools. So the gardening tools, you've got, throw the scissors in there. That's a $500 order. You've got the entertainer pack. You've got gift sets. I can't tell you how many customers buy multiple gift sets because they don't want to get caught off guard. I'm sure you might not have experienced it, but your family sure has. Somebody shows up at the house, they knock on the door, ring the doorbell, and they're like, hey, Merry Christmas, here's your gift. And you're like, I've got something for you too. It's just not here yet. Right? It'd be way better to be able to just, oh, hey, hang on one second. And you go back to the storage room and you grab an ice cream scoop and you hook them up with a better gift. I don't care what they give you. They're not giving you Cutco. You give them Cutco. You're giving them a better gift. And it's already wrapped. It's got a little bow on it. And you're like, hey, Merry Christmas to you too. That way you're not getting caught off guard or caught by surprise by a neighbor popping by to give you a gift. So gift buying triggers. Ask them, hey, who do you know that's getting married in the next 6 to 12 months? Hey, who has a birthday coming up soon? Hey, who do you know that loves to hunt, fish, garden, or bake? Write down their answers. Okay, these are also great for future sales and future recommendations, future referrals. And then step 4 is close and drop down like a pro. After you build the cart, you want to say, hey, give me a second to calculate the best deal for everything that you like. You can do that in Vector Connect on the Cutco Orders app. You can click Optimize Best Deal and it'll do it for you. Or you can just go ahead and throw it all together. I usually try and get them like 15% off. That's good, and then it gives you room to work if you need to give free stuff or more of a discount. So bonus the bigger items first, like the Hardy Slicer, for example. And you want to aim for a 12 to 15% discount to make the discount feel substantial. Then you present the total. Okay, this is big. So, Ms. Smith, if you wanted to just go ahead and take care of everything on your like list today, the full value would be, I'll make up some numbers, $35.46, but your price today is only $29.14. That's a savings of $6.32. And on our interest-free 5-pay option, that's just $5.85 today plus tax. So would you like to go ahead and get everything on your like list today? And if they say no, all right, cool. Hey, no worries. What are a couple pieces you could live without? And you want to remove them one by one. Now, would you like to go with the knives or the cookware first? All right, let's hold off on the cookware for now. Recalculate, give them a new deal, present again, repeat if needed. So give you another sample drop down. Hey, the first total, let's say it's $29.14. We drop it down to $17.17, drop again down to $8.70, every drop's still a big sale, even if they don't buy a set. And then you finally close. You say, hey, these are the things that you do use all the time, the bare necessities. That totals only 873 or 173 today on the 5 pay. Do you want to go ahead and grab those today? All right, great. Congratulations. You're going to love your Cutco. I almost said set of Cutco. You're going to love your Cutco. So some final tips. This one's a short one. The bigger the like list, the more options you have for closing. Even if they say no at first, you can still walk away with 500 CPO. Don't stop after a no. Drop down, offer a smaller version. And the challenge for the day, I want to challenge you to get a $1,000 like list on your next demo. Even if they don't get it, it's okay. Build it, offer it, and practice the process. This is how you're going to win. If you don't show it, you're not going to sell it. And if you show it and you make it fun, they might say yes. So we do a lot of like lists, and this tends to be like the key factor to big fast starts and big pushes. And it also helps you get a lot of referrals from referrals because you're asking for people that, hey, who's getting married, who likes to fish, who likes to hunt. There's a like list in your training manual. Make sure you find that. That's a good way to close it with the phrasing. Practice it tonight. And then coming up in Champions Club next is finishing strong with a social media strategy, following up with the past customers, and finishing your fast start with confidence. So go crush the phones.